No place for losers." Those were my brother's exact words as he filled the doorway on Christmas Eve. Behind him, the tree blinked like it was pretending nothing was wrong. My mother clutched her wine. My father studied a knot in the floor. I stood with a bag of presents for their kids, ribbons hard in the porch light, while he smirked as if a verdict had finally arrived. I didn't yell, I didn't cry. I said, "You're right," and watched my mother's mouth open and close without sound. The cold bit my ankles. The door shut. On the drive home, the gifts glowed in the passenger seat like small mistakes. I'd always loved Christmas. The cinnamon candles, the hush of snow that could make even our crooked street look merciful. It used to be the one day I could pretend we were normal. I'm Mira, the fixer. If a bill was late, I paid it. If someone needed a ride, I left work early. When my brother, forever poor Trey with the bad luck, fell behind on his mortgage, I wired money before he found the nerve to ask. My parents called me responsible in voices that sounded like relief. Love, in our house, had terms and routing numbers. That night, I brewed coffee and laid out my lists. Budget, shipping receipts, the tuition I'd fronted. My handwriting looked like a stranger's bargaining. The feeling that rose wasn't anger. It was the clarity that comes when you finally read the rules of a game you never agreed to play. I opened my laptop. Transfers blinked back at me. Tuition, daycare, utilities, cancel, cancel, cancel. Minutes to undo years. The apartment exhaled. By New Year's, someone would be knocking. By the third day, my phone jittered, calls, texts, voicemails stacking like a ledger. First polite, then urgent, then venom. I answered none. The silence was a mirror, and Trey didn't like what it showed. He appeared at my office without warning, coat unbuttoned. "We need to talk." "Not here," I said, walking him to the lot where old snow had gone to salt. "You can't cut us off," he hissed. "The kids, they're your kids," I said. "Be their parent." His laugh clanged. "Money made you feel superior." "No, it made you comfortable," I said. "I'm done." He stepped close. "You can't do this." "I already did." I left him there, breath smoking in the cold. That night, pounding shook the chain on my door. Peephole, Trey, flushed, frantic. I opened just enough to brace it with my hip. "You think you're a hero?" he said. "You're ruining my life." "You did that," I answered. A voice from the sidewalk. "Trey, stop." Lena stood under the street lamp, coat crooked, resolve steady. "We're done." He spun. "What are you talking about?" "I met with someone," she said. "A lawyer." The street went quiet. She raised a folder. "I saw the accounts. The transfers from Mira, the withdrawals you made, casinos, hotels." He lunged a step. I moved between them, palm out. "Don't." For once, he froze. I ushered Lena inside. Snow tapped the window while the kettle sang. She watched her tea cool, hands wrapped around the mug like a brace. "I'm leaving," she whispered. "The kids and I." "Stay here tonight," I said. "Tomorrow we make a plan. We'll call in the morning and start." Morning brought the practical shape of freedom. I met Mark, the attorney Lena found, in a narrow office above a bakery. He slid a folder across the desk. Transfers from me, withdrawals by Trey, casino slips, hotel nights dated like the days I paid emergencies. My stomach tilted, then steadied. "I'm not pressing charges," I said, "but I'm done being the conduit." "That's already changed," Mark said. "Lena's filing. She wants you looped if he uses your name." "Then loop me." I walked home the long way. Snow softened curbs. The sky hung low. I bought groceries for myself and a cinnamon candle. Back at my place, I boxed the last presents and carried them to a donation bin. No flourish, just weight leaving my hands. My mother called. "You've made things difficult for your brother." "I made things accurate," I said. "He's a father. Let him act like one." Silence. Then the line went dead. Lena and the kids moved into a short-term rental. That weekend, I taught the boys to fold paper boats while their mother filled out forms. Not rescue, companionship. When they left, the apartment felt warm instead of empty. Trey tried once more, voice raw on the phone. "You ruined my family." No, I said. You gambled it. Silence. Then a click. February arrived honest. I lit the candle, cracked the window, and let the cold argue with heat. At the table where I'd once laid out bargains, I wrote a list. Rent, savings, flowers, boundaries not up for debate. Some stories end with applause. Mine ends with a door I locked myself, snow beyond glass, and the steadiness of choosing to stay.